So I'm just recording a little part of it, what I've done. I cut my hair, the back of it, but I was twisting up this already sectioned off doing a rubber band method. I don't like the crocheting method. I tried to do that before. It didn't really come out good. I will insert a picture of how these have looked on my hair. Like I'll put it somewhere in here. Um, so yeah, so I'll show myself, I guess, doing a couple of these so that you can see my method. As you see, my hair is really short, so and I've been really like I'm just gonna be honest. It's been hard for me to actually do anything hair wise because, as you see, I have these spots. But I'm so grateful to just have a head of hair. I come from a family that has alopecia, and as you all know, in the news media about Jada Pickett Smith sharing her journey with alopecia. I mean, she's a celebrity type person, but there's other women who are on YouTube who've been talking about it for some time now. But I have just been trying to be healthy, drink water. Um, I have my tea. Well, not really tea. This is just lemons and water. I don't have no fancy background or anything, but this is the hair that I am using. These are already done. These were from the last time that I did them, and they came loose because it wasn't tight enough. I didn't figure out the method that worked for me, so it already has a loop. You can see that it already has a little loop. I don't know how to do that right, but yeah, it has a little loop already. So all these are already rubber banded, and what I'm doing is this. I will show you. Let me see. One second. So the method that I'm doing, I actually learned it from this lady named, I think her name is Breakfast at Tiffany's, because I searched through so many YouTube videos, and her method mostly worked for me, except for her hair is a lot longer than mine. But I like the method. So basically, I put this between two pieces of my hair, and then I grab a rubber band. Like, and I think, let me see, is that right? I think I have my hair. Okay. It's kind of hard doing this recording. I was like, I don't know how y'all do it, but like, I'm just showing just briefly how I do this. I just decided to come on camera for a minute and do this. Okay, that's not really working, but you get the method. Basically, what I basically had to do though, because my hair is so short, so that it would actually come out right, was for me to take this all loose. So pause for a second. I will take this loose. In the meantime, I guess this could be it's not a get ready with me because I'm not really getting ready per se. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just doing my hair on a Sunday before the week of work because I wanted to cut my hair. I cut it and then it didn't come out great. It looked terrible actually. So I got my clipper kit, my wall WAHL clipper kit. I'll insert that. Let me see. I'll show you the box. It's this one. This is the one I got. I just got it from Walmart. It was like $25, I think. So and it comes with color coded um numbers so that you can know like which one you should use. I am not a barber at all, but I do my own hair most of the time, so I'm just doing that. But since we're on today, I was during my prayer time today, I was talking to the Lord about some things, and it's funny that my devotionals, one of them especially, hit on it about holiness. I was talking to the Lord this morning about just how we need to be real about our own stuff. There's a Bible verse that talks about, don't judge not lest ye be judged. And from there, it goes on even further to say, like, how dare you, like, point out what is in your brother's eye when you have something even bigger in your own eye. And this morning, I was talking to the Lord about comparison and how I've had people tell me about stories of where someone was comparing, they were telling their story to someone. And this other person decided, oh, well, you haven't been through as much as I have, and my situation was way worse. Excuse me. Why are we comparing stories? Like, we could do that. We could totally do that. There's enough people out there that are comparing stories. But, like, why we sis, bro, why we comparing stories? Why we gotta compare stories? Oh, because that's what we've been taught. I specifically myself, my mom came from a family of quite a bit of other siblings, where yes, there was a lot of comparison. So that's what they learned. A lot of them learn to compare constantly, especially if they happen to go into the same field as one another. Oh, okay, you in the same field. Oh, you don't know nothing about that. Oh, you need to do it like this. And instead of them helping one another, which I believe many of them did, they did help one another, and the ones who were left here, they're still, helping one another. But if they could have learned that lesson early, like not to be poking at one another, and then they went to church. You did it, and you're this, and you. Like, why we gotta do that? Why we can't just? I thought we supposed to be loving one another, but that comes from the Holy Spirit, like loving. And I'm just bluntly talking. We're just talking. I'm not really putting a lesson together or anything, but this was just something that hit me today, and then it hit me for myself, because I'm talking about me first. I'm not really talking about anyone else, but I'm giving some examples, but I'm talking about really me. It hit me this morning. As I was talking to the Lord, I'm like, wait. I said, Jesus, that's me. I've pointed the finger and thought, oh, I'm better than you, and I have this, and you need Jesus. Ooh, girl, slow down. Ooh, pump your brakes, because you need Jesus. You ain't all together there. No, ma'am. You're not. You're not there. So I just started praying. I said, Jesus, I need to be soaked in the blood of Jesus. Like, I'm not being funny. Like, I'm being so serious. Like, no. I was like, Jesus, I need to be soaking in your blood. Like how when you cook meat, before you cook it, you seasoned it and stuff. You put your salt and pepper, and then you put, whatever other seasonings, and say maybe you have a sauce or a roux or something. It's like, then you want that to saturate in there, so when you cook it, it has that really, really good flavor. And I might be making some of y'all hungry. My apologies. I wasn't trying to do that, but I'm just saying, just to make a point, like, hey, like, I need to soak in you, because that's the only way I can be able to really follow Christ. I'm gonna follow him, right? I'm not following you on Instagram and on TikTok and on Twitter. I'm following him, right? And I've seen commentary on different posts, because someone says, oh, they didn't really say this right. That wasn't the right way. Oh, a song. I saw a video recently of someone making I guess it was a raw reaction or a blind reaction to a song or something. And it was a Christian song, but they were like, oh, you gotta be careful about what you listen to, because, everything ain't biblical. And I remember years ago my mom saying a lot of things like that. And it's true. Some things, in certain songs that are Christian or supposed to be inspirational based, biblical based songs, they are not always, that way. But I think at the same time, I think that we should take the time to do like what many artists. I'm a person that grew up listening to all kind of music. Thankfully, my mom loved to listen to just music. So it wasn't just Christian music. It was, I would tell people all the time, I was raised on Christian music, gospel music, and R&B. Because that's what my mama loved. She would be on, when she was in her 20s, would go to the clubs and she dancing, and it's just a little sidebar. But that's what that's where she came from. So when she raised me, I got both. We go to the skating ring, we dancing to Roger and Zapp. And then in the car, hey, some Mahalia Jackson, God put a rainbow in the sky, So it's just, but even that song, God put a rainbow in the sky. Look, he did. He did. It might have been popular then, and some people, turned it around. Ray Charles even turned around a lot of Christian music and made it bluesy. Because, okay, he's like, well, I'm not at church, but that's where I came from. So he gonna represent that in the, the little clubs and stuff that he was playing in. But it's wrong. My point is that, like, I was giving all that just to say, like, a lot of times, like, we're like pointing the finger, oh, they not doing this right, and they point the finger at him too. And there's so many of us currently like, oh, they ain't really Christian. I knew they ain't. Wait a minute. So they can't be real and live in this world. We live in the world. We're not of the world. I know that. But it's like, can we actually do the things that, we're saying, we believe that God has called us to do? Can I live though? Can brother, sister, can I live? Can we live though a little bit before y'all trying to like put us in this box of, well, you can't do this and you can't be like that and you can't act like them. It's like, okay, well, like, while I'm still trying to get some things right, my brother, my sister, can you offer me some, can I get a little bit of some grace, I thought God had some grace and mercy for me, doesn't he? Isn't that what he said? Didn't he say he had some grace and mercy for me? But it's like, man, I'll be thinking sometimes, like, we just so, oh goodness, it's like we just so caught up in our own stuff so much. And it's like, sometimes it's okay to relax. It's okay to just be. It's okay to laugh and chill. And I'm not saying that people don't think that they can. It's just like, for example, and this is all because people grew up a certain way. I get it. I knew someone who grew up a certain way and they just didn't listen to, worldly music at all. And it's just like, whoa, it's like weird, to me, but because it's different from what I grew up in. My mom listened to a lot of different kinds of music. And like I said, I'm just so thankful for that. I'm thankful that that woman taught me, Sonora Drake taught me some things about this world. Like, you can't, like, stay in a bubble. And I don't know, I'm just talking, y'all, just rambling. But I just think sometimes, like, we need to breathe. We need to let our brothers and sisters breathe. Because it's like, sometimes we're going to make mistakes. Guess what? It's going to happen. God knows. He know we're going to make mistakes. Now, were they intentionally trying to, lead people astray? No. But they were talking about things of the times. There's this song that she loves this song. I remember we sang it at a conference or something, and she loved that song. She learned it and was like, oh, I just love this song. And the song is by Hezekiah Walker. It's called, I think it's called I Need You to Survive. But anyway, the lyrics are, I need you, you need me. We're all a part of God's body. Stand with me, agree with me. We're all a part of God's body. It is his will, that every need be supplied. You are important to me. You are important to me. I need you to survive. Oh, this one. This lyric kills the whole thing. It speaks to everything that's going on today. I won't harm you with words from my mouth. I love you. I need you to survive. It's like, come on, Hezekiah. Because I need you to survive. And if I need you to survive, that means that I need to be mindful of the fact that, hey, you're dealing with some stuff. You didn't have some pretty hard hits in the last 2 days, in the last month, in the last season. You had a lot of stuff going on. And I'm going to do my best to pay attention that, hey, let me give you a moment to adjust, to reassess, to recover. I was in an at-fault car accident some years ago. That was like in 2016. Yeah, 2016. February. It was like February, like 20 something. But anyway, I was in a car accident. It was my fault, but my airbags deployed and it scared the mess out of me. And I'm only sharing this. This is just one thing. But it happened so quickly. 1 minute I was paying attention. Traffic had slowed down, I thought, and I paid attention to that. But then when I was about to get off the freeway, I made my, got switched lanes, got over to where I need to go so I could exit. And I didn't realize traffic had stopped, like it halted. And I was still moving. Bam. And I hit the back of another vehicle. It was a smaller vehicle than mine, but my vehicle got the damage. And that car was totaled. So I, airbag deployed and just everything happened. And I was just, whoa, like mind blown and scared. And the driver got out and he was upset. His passenger got out. There was a 2-seater vehicle and he was cussing at me. He was mad, which understandably so. But I was freaking out because I couldn't even get out the car. My door wouldn't even open. And until the emergency responders came and they opened my door, I was not able to get out of my car. The only other way I would have been able to get out of my car if they had not been able to get me out was for me to, even before they arrived, was for me to climb over the seats. And I could have done all that, but I was so just in shock. I was just in shock that it even happened. And I was just freaking out. And thankfully, my ex-husband, he came and he was just like, he was worried, like, what's going on? Like, are you okay? And I was just shaking and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm okay. But like this is crazy. I wasn't expecting this to happen. And so even now, that's still very sensitive to me. I try to be very conscious of feelings and what people may have experienced. I don't know everything that all my friends and family members have experienced because they haven't told me everything. And they don't have to. Nor is it my responsibility to tell you everything. But I'm an open book. I'm just one of those persons who are very open about certain things. My sister, who is now also in heaven, told me some years ago that she's like, wow, you're so like open with your stuff. Just like, it's really wonderful because people are usually not like that. And I was like, yeah, that's just how I am. It's my mom. That's another thing from my mama. She was very open like that. But I'm still in recovery. And I think it's important to recognize, just from what I shared, that other people are in recovery. They are in recovery. And it's important for us to be mindful take a moment and just just breathe. Let yourself breathe. Allow them to breathe, even if you don't know what it is that's going on with them. Pray for them. If someone comes to your mind, this is what I was taught, someone comes to your mind, you pray for them. Pray for all their well-being. Take the steps of praying and saying, Lord Jesus, so and so is on my mind. Take care of their finances. Take care of their home. I pray that if they are out and about running errands, going to work, taking care of their family, I pray that they are well. I pray that their family is well. I pray that their friends are well. I pray that their manager is well. If they have a business, I pray that their business goes well. I pray that their feet would walk forward. I pray that their mind is well. Speak wellness to my mind. Speak wellness to your friends, to those you love in this time where we're still in COVID, where we're still dealing with a lot of things. Some people have been dealing with things for 20, 30 years, long before COVID even came about. And you're still in recovery. And so with the holiness of God, we have the ability to not judge one another, but instead to forgive one another, to love them the way that Christ loves us. And we don't always do that, right? We don't know, because we're just following. We're also products of our communities, of our household that we come from. And so I just think it's important for us to just take some time and slow down and get yourself some rest. Drink some water for you. I put a reminder on my little phone, well, my watch. I have a wristwatch that is digital and it connects to my phone. And so I have a reminder on it, and it buzzes, even buzzes at night too. It's like buzz, like, hey, drink water, time to drink. And I'm like, yes, it's time to drink. Here we go. And my water. So, yeah, I don't really have a whole lot today, but that was just on my heart. So I figured I would come on and work on my consistency this month. Something that's coming that I'm working on right now is studying for my CMA, which is Certified Medical Assistant exam. So, because I graduated, got my medical assistant diploma from California, but I didn't do my certification exam. I never took it. I had a lot of other things going on back then, which I could have done it, but I didn't. So, and I did not get picked for this one job that I was looking forward to hopefully getting, so that I could get one out here, it would take care of a lot of things. But that may not be the path that God has for me to go down in that particular avenue, I'll say. I still want to go into the medical field, get back in there. So I'm praying for that to happen. In the comments below, let me know what some things are that you're on, a journey with in your recovery. What do you do to help yourself recover? What are you doing to cope? Are you going swimming? Are you, I don't know, maybe you have a thing that you love to do. Some people like to create art. I have some coworkers who are constantly drawing in their little notebooks, and they make stickers, and they're even starting to sell them online. But that's something that helps them, because they both have a lot of trauma and depression and stuff. So they do that to help themselves. They stay connected with friends too. They try to. Another friend of mine was telling me she wanted to get a emotional support pet, and it's like, yeah, it's good. Pets help with a lot of things. But if you don't have the ability to have a pet, what do you do? Um, I do things like this, playing with my hair. I got up the other night and decided to cut all of this off. And then I was like, oh, okay, it didn't come out right. So had to switch that up a little bit. But, doing some things that I wanted to do and haven't done, such as just doing more writing, really working on my YouTube channel, and actually telling stories that are interesting to me and other people. It's not just interesting only to me, but it's interesting to other people too. So just anyway, here I am creating, and I pray that everything goes well with you. I pray that you are taking this time to just allow yourself to keep moving forward. Do the next right thing that's going to work for you. I'm praying for you as always. Also, down below too in the comments, please give me prayer requests if you have any. And just know you are loved, you are cared for, and I will talk to you soon. Love you.